Hello guys, welcome back. This is Nakul back with the honest review video of Huawei Honor Holy. Today I'm going to tell you pros and cons about this phone. Basically what a normal day user would like and dislike in this phone. So let's not waste any more time and let's get started. So first of all, I'll be telling the pros about this phone, the good thing, the thing that I like and I think a normal day user would also like in this phone. And the first thing is that it's running Android KitKat out of the box. As you all know that it's an entry-level smartphone and costs only 7,000 rupees. So despite of that fact, it's still running Android KitKat out of the box, which is really great. As you can see over here, Android 4.4.2. So that's the first thing that I like about this phone. Moving on to the second thing. The second thing that I like about this phone is that it has 16 GB of internal storage. Again, as you all know, it costs only 7,000 rupees and phones of this price range only get around 4 or 8 GB of internal storage. But this phone has 16 GB of internal storage, which is really great. Okay, the third thing that I like about this phone is that it has really good RAM management. If you don't have much apps installed in this phone, so you get around 500 or more MB free if you kill all the apps. I'll just show you. As you can see, even now I have 431 MB free, and if I kill all the apps, let me refresh. As you can see, it goes up to 546 MB free. So it's really great that out of 1 GB we are getting more than half of it free if you don't have much apps installed. I have only 4 or 5 apps installed currently, so it's pretty good. Anyways, moving on, the fourth thing that I like about this phone is that the Wi-Fi range of this phone is really good. Where my other devices get only 1 or 2 signals of Wi-Fi, this device gets around 3 or 2 signals easily, so that's pretty good. Moving on to the fifth thing that I like about this phone is that it has a really nice and decent call quality and you can hear other person really clearly and loudly. Obviously it's not that exceptionally good, but it's good enough and I would count it in the good things of this phone. So that's the fifth thing that I like about this phone. Moving on to the sixth thing about this phone, and the sixth thing that I like about this phone is that it has 5 inches of display with the resolution of 720 by 1280 pixels, which is HD, and it's really nice. Again, at this price range you're getting 5 inches of display which is HD, and the colors and contrast, everything looks good. So pretty decent screen and I really like it. So that's the sixth thing that I like about this phone. Moving on to the seventh thing that I like about this phone, which is also the last thing in the list, is that the battery of this phone is decent enough and you get around 15 to 16 hours of backup with normal usage, and it's good battery I would say, and you get decent backup out of it. But it's not like that it's the best battery in the phone, but still it's on the good side. That's why I put it in the pros list. So that was the last thing, and that was the things that I like in this phone. Moving on to the cons about this phone, the bad things, the things that I didn't like. So the first thing that I don't like about this phone is the LED of the phone. It's not that it's too dim or anything, the problem is with the color of the LED. When you turn on the light, the surrounding light, the outermost area where the light flashes, is a bit yellow and the middle area is a bit bluish, which ruins all the photos guys. Trust me, it's just a big blunder on this phone. I'll just give you an example. As you can see, I have this white paper over here. Now when I turn on the flash, as you can see, I know you can't see the middle area in the video because it's too bright for camera to capture, but you can surely see the side area of the light and it's a bit yellowish, as you can see. Just look at this part over here. That's what I'm talking about, this part. This is white and look at this. So you can clearly see that the outer area of flashlight is a bit yellowish, and this thing ruins all the photos if you're clicking pics with your flash on or at night. It ruins all your photos. So that's a big disappointment. So I don't know what the hell was company thinking and what did they do, but they surely ruined the camera performance because of this flash. When you take pics at night or whenever the flash is needed, the pics are ruined because of this yellowish color at the outer area and bluish in the middle. However, the camera performance is good enough when you click pics outdoors or when you're clicking pics without the flash. It's just this flash that ruins the whole thing, and I will do include the sample pictures which you can see after this. So as you just saw that the camera performance outdoors is good enough and without the flash is also good enough, but whenever the flash is used the pics are ruined because of this yellowish area at the outer of the pics. Anyways, moving on, the second thing that I don't like about this phone is that the performance of this device. Despite of having 1.3 quad core processor, the phone doesn't really perform that well and it lags a bit here and there. Obviously not that much, but it does sometimes. And I did run the Antutu benchmark and it performed okay. Honestly, I was expecting more, but it scored kinda okay. It kinda scored where my Moto G scores, which is 1.2 quad core, but this is 1.3 quad core, so I expected it to perform more than that. As you can see, it scores 18,168. That's the best I could get. I ran this test around 5 times, and in between it also scored in 17,000 range also, so this is the best I could get. So I'm pretty disappointed by the processor because it's 1.3 quad core, it should perform better. I mean, my Moto G is 1.2 quad core and it scores around this and sometimes even higher than this, so pretty disappointed. Anyways, moving on to the third thing that I don't like about this phone is also something major, which is its GPU. If we talk about technically, then the GPU which is in this device is fine, which is Mali 400, but I don't know why it's scoring so low. I did ran the Nina Mark II test and it scored only 50.8 FPS, as you can see over here. Moving on to the fourth thing that I don't like about this phone, again same as Asus Zenfone 5 and Xiaomi Redmi 1S. There is no light in the capacitive buttons, they don't light up. No settings either to turn on the light, so again pretty disappointing. Now moving on to the fifth thing that I don't like about this phone is the front facing cam of this device. Quality wise it's fine, but the thing is that it's a bit dark. If I compare it to other phones like Asus Zenfone 5 Moto G, then the front facing cam is a bit dark. Plus there's this beauty face mode in front facing cam, which literally ruins your photo. I mean, it's supposed to make it better, but it ruins it. Now let's talk about the sixth thing that I don't like about this phone is the screen glass, the display glass, which is not scratch resistant. At least I couldn't find it anywhere on the web, on the internet, that it's scratch resistant or where it says that it's a Gorilla Glass 3 or any other. So there is a high probability that it's not a scratch resistant glass, though I didn't try to scratch myself and I'm not gonna try it obviously, but I couldn't find it written anywhere that it's a scratch resistant glass or something that it's a Gorilla Glass or any other. So that's the sixth thing that I didn't like about this phone. The next thing is the seventh thing that I don't like about this phone is that when you listen songs in the headphones, again like Xiaomi Redmi 1S or the Android One devices, the sound in the headphones is a bit low compared to the other devices. If I talk about my Moto G, then I had to go 3 levels down in my Moto G to match the volume of this phone in headphones. Plus there's one more thing that I wanna show you guys. If we go in the play music, then you can see there is no equalizer in this application or application installed in this phone, because this is the same app Play Music that comes in every Android devices nowadays, and all the devices has equalizer option, but this device doesn't has the equalizer. So again, it's a bummer. I don't know why, but again disappointment over here. Now let's talk about the number 8 thing that I don't like about this phone is that the screen is a total fingerprint magnet. I don't know if you guys can see in the camera or not, probably not, but it attracts a lot of fingerprints, guys. However, the case with the back is different because it's white color and you don't really see anything at all, but the front is black and it's very glossy and it attracts a lot of fingerprints. So that's the 8th thing that I didn't like about this phone. Moving on to the 9th thing, which is also the last thing in this list, is that this phone does not support USB on the go. Though it's not that big deal, but many people were asking me about it, that does this phone support USB on the go or not. So here it is, guys, this phone doesn't support USB on the go, and I don't know if company is gonna provide any updates of software or anything which will make it support the USB on the go, but currently as of now this phone doesn't support the USB on the go. So these are the main things that I think any normal day user would like and dislike in this phone. If I talk about it honestly, then before getting this device, I was considering it to use it as my daily device because I'm bored of my Moto G first gen. I'm still using the Motorola Moto G first generation, and I'm looking for a device to change now. But honestly, till now I couldn't find any device which could replace my Moto G first gen. I'm looking for it obviously in this range around 13,000-14,000 max. If I go above that, then obviously I'm gonna find some device which is better than my Moto G first gen. But in this price range, I'm still not able to find any device. There's obviously MI3 option, but I don't know. I just don't wanna go for it. So I was considering to use this device before I got it. But after getting it, obviously it does not meet the requirements I need from a phone. Especially the main thing that ruins the phone is its LED flash and the color of it. So that's pretty bad. Anyways, that's it for now, guys. This was an honest review video of Huawei Honor Holi. Make sure you subscribe, and if you have any comments, any questions that you wanna ask, then put them in the comments down below, and I will try my level best to help you out, guys. And make sure you subscribe because in the next video I'm gonna be comparing this phone with the Xiaomi Redmi 1S. So stay tuned for that, and there are many more useful videos coming up soon, so stay tuned for that, and thank you for watching, guys.